Hey everyone, welcome to Rev Games Academy. In this video, we're upgrading our character by adding smooth, idle walk, and attack states. In the last video, we set up jump and run animations. Now let's take it further with new states and seamless transitions to make the character feel more alive. Ready? Let's jump right in. First, we need animations. We already have idle, so let's use that. Now head over to Mixamo and download a walk animation. Here's the one I'll be using. Next, grab a kick animation, which we'll use for the attack state. Make sure to select FBX for Unity, 60 FPS, and without skin while downloading. Once done, import them into Unity, and we're ready to go. All right, now we're in Unity with our imported animations. First, let's duplicate and separate them. This way, we can freely use them without affecting the originals. Rename them to something meaningful for easy reference. Next, we'll use a new Animator controller so we don't mess with the existing one. Right-click in the Assets folder, select Create, and then Animator Controller, and name it something like Full Animations or whatever fits your project. Now, open the Animator window, and here's where we bring in the blend tree. Right-click, select Create State, and tap From New Blend Tree, and boom! We've got one. Before diving in, let's do a quick refresher on what a blend tree is and why we need it. A blend tree in Unity is a way to smoothly transition between multiple animations based on a parameter value. Instead of manually switching between animations, the blend tree automatically blends them together based on input. Imagine a character moving, instead of jumping between idle walk and run instantly. If speed value is 0, the character stays in idle. If speed value is 0.5, the character walks. If speed value is 1, the character runs. All right, let's do this now so it'll clearly understand. First, open the blend tree by clicking on it. Now, in the Parameters tab, rename the default parameter to speed. This will control our idle, walk, and run states, so make sure to spell it correctly. Next, let's assign the animations. In the inspector, click the plus icon under Motion and select Add Motion Field. Now just drag and drop the first animation, idle. Do the same for walk. Then do the same here for the run animation. You'll notice that threshold values are automatically assigned. This means our speed parameter value is 0, so the idle animation plays, and similarly like that, 0.5 for walk and 1 for run. Okay, blend tree ready now. Next, let's set up jump and attack states. Go back to the base layer, then drag and drop the jump and attack animations into the Animator window like this. Then, in the Parameters tab, click the plus icon and create two trigger parameters, one named Jump and another Attack. Now, let's create the transitions. Right-click on the blend tree, select Make Transition, and connect it to both the jump and attack states. Then, do the reverse transition from jump and attack back to the blend tree. For jump and attack, go to the inspector, untick Has Exit Time, and set the condition to their respective trigger parameters. For the return transitions, leave them as they are so the animation plays fully before smoothly returning to the blend tree. All right. The animator setup is now complete. Now go to the player, assign this new animator, and let's update the script to match these conditions. Open the script and let's start coding. All right, here's the simple code I've already set up. Here's the plan. Up and down arrows for forward and backward movement, left and right arrows for rotation, and when I press left shift plus up arrow, the character will run. Spacebar triggers jump and enter triggers attack, during which movement will be disabled. First, you can see the float value declared. This changes based on the player's movement. I've also declared a bool variable to stop movement while the attack animation plays. Now, inside the update function, you can see the movement speed and rotation detections based on arrow key presses. Here's how the blend tree works when movement is not possible. For example, during an attack, I set the speed value to 0 to return to idle. For movement control, if the player is pressing the arrows, the movement value will be greater than 0. If left shift is held, the speed becomes 1, otherwise it stays at 0.5. Walk. That's it. The speed float value is set, and movement and rotation work accordingly. Now, for jump, the animation plays when the spacebar is pressed. For attack, when I press Enter, I disable movement and trigger the attack animation. You'll notice an invoke function with a 1.7-second delay. This ensures the attack animation fully plays before movement resumes. That's it. This code handles everything we need. Now, let's switch back to Unity and test it out. But before running the test, let's do one more thing. Make sure the idle, walk, and run animations are set to loop so they play continuously. Once that's checked, hit play, and let's see it in action. Good. Here you can see all the movements of our character, looking fabulous, right? Checking all animations. Great. Everything works perfectly. Now, let's take a look at the live Animator window. You can see the real-time animation transitions happening as we move. Ah, nice. Look at the blend tree. You can see the speed value changing dynamically based on our inputs. Some transitions feel a bit rough. That's because we need to adjust the transition duration and tweak a few settings to make everything smoother. A little fine-tuning will make a big difference. And that's a wrap. You've learned how to use blend trees and mastered animation transitions with parameters. By following these steps, you can handle even complex animation setups effortlessly. So keep experimenting, stay creative, and happy animating.